Air signs, welcome to your September overview. What is coming towards you for the month of September? And so, quickly, I wanted to go over the planetary influences for September. So, we have Mars in Libra. This is emphasizing fairness, balance, and controlled action. We, of course, have the Sun going into Virgo, and so this is going to be a focus on healing, work ethics, and clarity. And then we also still have Saturn retrograde in Pisces. And if you didn't know, if you haven't heard it, it's just karmic lessons coming to the surface. And yeah, that's kind of just been around for a while. I usually don't mention these things, but it comes out in the reading for those who need to hear it. So let's look at the energies influencing air signs for the month of September. That's such a good song, Earth, Wind, and Fire. Okay, don't let pride get in your way. Full moon in Leo, pridefulness. Okay, that might be a message for some of you. Yeah, I mean, I almost feel like it almost feels like if you go into something entry level, but you feel like you should be a higher level, like right off the bat, it's okay to start at the bottom. It really is. And then grow. You're going to learn something about yourself and others along the way. So that's kind of what I'm getting from there. You might feel, and you know, it might be that you're already feeling the energy of you where you're going to be many years down the road, but anyone who is, you know, in a place where they have done really well for themselves, they had to start somewhere. So, you know, a plant starts as a seed, and don't do that. Just let yourself grow, right? Ooh, so we have fourth chakra, Archangel Raphael with a 38. Ooh, some healing energy there. That's going to be part of that Virgo energy, the healing. Okay, let's see what else we have here. Yeah, because even if you started, you know, that like you start in the mailroom, doesn't mean you won't rise in the ranks, right? Okay, I don't know why the mailroom thing is coming in, but it is. So we have integration, look at that pink, multi-dimensional healing. Oh, that is fascinating. All right, I really do believe in multiple dimensions, and sometimes I think we catch glimpses of it. Sometimes we think we're seeing ghosts, but really what it is some type of bleed through. They're probably seeing you and thinking, what the heck was that? You know what I'm saying? That's kind of how I feel about it. It reminds me of the days when we had regular TV, and hold on, we got a card jumping out for you. Recent past. We're doing King of Pentacles here. When we had rabbit ears, and you could actually get bleed through of like two different signals sometimes, you know, even with radio, it could kind of do that. You could hear two channels kind of picking up at the same time. So I think sometimes supernatural experiences is that bleed through these different dimensions and things, right? And so it's also like the Einstein spooky action at a distance. It freaked him out because what can happen to one thing, even if separated by infinite distance, it would happen to the other thing, you know? So when you do healing here, it influences healing of other versions of you. Wow. Okay. King of Cups, two kings. And now the Three of Wands. That came out twice for the other element for earth signs. All right, air. We had a whole flop come out. We're going to put it back in there. We don't need a whole stack. We just want what's crossing. This is recent past. I am doing it because I'm feeling that karmic energy here. So let's see what's going on. Yeah, you just have to start somewhere, you know? Okay, 5 of Wands. All right, what else do we have? The Hanged Man, and so we got Pisces energy and the Star. Okay, Aquarius is showing up here. One of our air signs. Lovely, lovely. Okay, so recent past. Now, for some of you, like I say, you may have already experienced this. You might be in this energy now, or you may not ever experience it, depending on your timeline. So, just take what resonates. King of Pentacles, Five of Wands. Taurus energy, a businessman, very stable. Competition, either competition at work, competition getting recognition, like attention from this person is what I'm feeling. You know, and maybe where that's where that pride thing is coming in. Maybe you feel like you're not being noticed because of all of this going on here. That's what I feel here. You know, like you're being lost in the shuffle or the crowd, and you're wanting to get this person's attention, or you're wanting to attain this type of stability. However that resonates with you, air signs, but it feels like there's some kind of chaos, confusion, competition. Oh, my candle just went out. Oh, that's smelly. So, you know, this could have been something you experienced then. Oh, that smell. So it's either, you know, competition for this person's attention or a promotion or something like that, or, you know, the competition of you trying to get to be this King of Pentacles energy. Does that make sense? I hope so. Clear as mud, right? Okay, moving on. King of Cups and the Hanged Man. Wow, it's been coming out a lot lately, and not just in my readings. I watch other tarot readers, and it's been coming out a lot. You know, this is Scorpio energy. This is their main card. This is fixed energy. All kings are fixed energy, right? This is a very emotionally stable person. You know, if you're feeling that that is you, then it's you. This also could be someone you're dealing with, you know, because we do have a court card. And, you know, I really like the King of Cups. It's a very sweet, nurturing energy. It's, you know, someone who's very open, someone who's very generous. You know, it's just a kind and loving person. Just good people, right? I love this energy. Very sweet. And it's being crossed by the Hanged Man. You know, the Hanged Man, the basic premise of the card is, you know, self-imposed restriction in order to gain enlightenment, right? So this could be fasting. It could be any kind of restriction to help you focus more on something. And I'm trying to figure out if this is, I feel like this is a mentor that you have, that you are trying to emulate, or because this feels like almost, I want to say Buddha, but it feels like someone giving you advice to be a bit more frugal, to kind of tone things down, or bring things in. This feels like a very close, like, instead of spreading your energy far and wide, this is about focusing inward. You know, it really brings things in. That's the kind of feeling I'm getting from this. It's very particular. Narrowing your focus is what I feel. You know, so I feel like you're getting some type of advice about this enlightenment that you're searching for. This feels very guru-ish, honestly. So you might be on an emotional journey, an emotional and spiritual journey here to discover. You might be wanting to discover more about yourself here. I'm getting a lot. This feels very, not really supernatural, but this could be referencing that multidimensional healing. Because I'm getting some, you know, not really weird vibrations here, but it's it's just different. You know what I'm saying? It's just different. You know, if you're feeling it too, let me know in the comments, because there's something about that. We'll come back to it if I feel any more messages there. This is definitely okay. So this is that need for enlightenment, right? And so you might be watching things. Um, I get an Eckhart Tolle feel from this, because he does feel, I don't know what sign he is, but he just feels very nurturing and loving and caring, right? And he has that guru, air about him. And so this is, waiting to receive messages, or something incoming, right? The Three of Wands. This is, this kind of reminds me of the Hermit's Lantern. It's our hopes and dreams, our aspirations, waiting for something, incoming messages. And then we have the Star. That feels like that energy that's in those lanterns there, right? Can you feel it? And so this is the Akashic memory records. This is that pool that we all draw from. It all comes from really the same place, the same source of light. And what I'm getting here is, waiting for a dream to come true. Did you put, it's like you put something out there, because we see that with this, something happening here, some type of action being taken, and then we have this need for, it feels like a need for clarity or inspiration, some type of, really praying and wishing and maybe hoping on a star to receive some type of sign, a symbol or something. That's what I'm feeling here. Does that make sense? Waiting for that confirmation from spirit. There we go. That's what I'm feeling there. But you got to let spirit know what you need as a yes or a no. Be specific. Say, I need to see, a pink elephant for a yes. And because it's kind of a strange thing to request, right? So when you see that pink elephant, that's your yes. So we have Four of Pentacles in your current energy. That's Capricorn. Whoops. All right, look at that. Okay, Nine of Pentacles. Ooh, that earth energy is really coming through these September. So that now we have Virgo. Yeah, it almost feels like begging in a way for a sign or a symbol or something, And the Star can be healing, right? It can be healing. Ten of Swords. Wow. Holy smokes. Okay. And we have Nine of Wands jumping out. Sagittarius, wounded warrior. Excuse me. Wow. Okay. And now we have the King of Wands. We have three kings here. A lot of masculine energy. Oh, and the High Priestess. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. Okay. Current energy. Four of Pentacles, Nine of Wands. This feels really dug in. Can you feel that? Like like an energy, air signs of somebody who is not stuck. This is a choice to kind of really be firm and I don't want to say stuck in your ways, but that's kind of what is the feeling I'm getting here. The Four of Pentacles is holding on to something. It's stability. We have these kings. We have three kings so far, and that's stability, right? Something that stability, I don't want to say it's an illusion, but it kind of feels like it is, because things are always in constant change. Stability is kind of an illusion if you think about it. Because stability, it means different things. It's very subjective. Okay, let's say that. Maybe not an illusion, but subjective. Because everybody's, interpretation of stability is different, right? And then we have this crossed by the Nine of Wands. The Nine of Wands is such a dynamic card for me as a reader because I feel it very personally. I'm a Sagittarius and I'm a wounded warrior. I have PTSD through the roof. Okay, I've been through a lot in my life, so I understand this card. You know, this is a card of, it's right before the Ten of Wands, and Ten of Wands is that part of that not giving up energy. It's part of this. This is in that. It's standing firm. So we have boundaries here, but even though you have, it looks like you have firm boundaries here, you're still wanting to have change. You're ready for change because the wounded warrior is not done. Okay, the wounded warrior here, this energy, there's more coming, but you're ready for it. You're ready to tackle it. But I also have this, I can't describe it. It's a dug in, rooted feeling in something. It could be, it just feels like you have, it's not so much about expectations. It's something that is very rooted within you. I don't know how else to describe it. It's a sense, maybe of purpose, that you are firmly attached to. Has something to do with stability. Okay? There is some ideation that there's a certain thing that will make you feel stable or comfortable or safe. That's, I think, the message that is coming through. Or maybe a certain way you feel about things and what you protect. This feels very, not that you're quick to argue, but when it comes to what you believe in, you will stand up for it. You will hold your ground. This is a very firm feeling. That's why I feel like this is very rooted within you. What you consider stable, and you're not relenting from this notion, this idea. That is very firm. This is a great energy right here. Also what you're in, and maybe you're protecting your stability here. You're not going to let anybody throw you off. We have the Nine of Pentacles crossed by the King of Wands. This is great. This is fantastic. Considering that there in the past it felt like you were really, really desiring that inspiration, right? I feel like you found it. And when you did, you are not going to let it go. Like, never. Once you find this thing, you are committed to the cause. That's what it is. Woo! You're committed to the cause. I'm glad I found the right words to really, wrap that up there. Nine of Pentacles. This self-sufficiency, being able to take care of yourself. I love it. I love that card. I think we should all strive to be that way, to be self-sufficient, to take care of ourselves. Everybody has a unique skill and talent. Oh, no, I don't. Yes, you do. No one else does anything exactly the way you do. All right? It's just how it is. It doesn't even matter how mundane it is. No one's going to make a bed the same as you. You know what I'm saying? So, but you have something here, and maybe it could be this energy right here that makes you so successful. Really being committed and dug into something, not going to give up. Okay? This does say that there's some kind of creative process here, creating resources, ideas. The King of Wands is a visionary. It's someone who follows their passion for sure, and who isn't afraid to step up, and act. We have a lot of action here. Fire and earth are excellent for getting things done, for manifesting. And that's what we see here. When you really dig in to something and you stick with it long enough, you will reap the rewards, right? That's what I'm feeling there. And so, wow. The High Priestess, I feel, is a healing energy, if you think about it. And it's our connection with our higher self, with spirit. And that's a wonderful way to heal. That frequency, that vibration of being in our home, like where we go to. We're only here in these bodies, these vehicles, vessels, for a short period of time. And I think the spirit part of us enjoys it so much, being here on this planet, experiencing everything, the good and the bad. It's a joyride. Because the feeling I get from spirits after they have passed on is like, wow, that was fun. Can I go again? And it doesn't matter the endings that have happened, the heartache, the suffering, the happy times. It was all one wild ride while you had it, and you'll be like, yes, I want to go again. I want to go again, just like a little kid, I want to go back. I want to go back. So I don't know why that's coming out, but it is. So we have the Ten of Swords and the High Priestess. Talk about, now, okay, the High Priestess is that higher self looking down. So she's got the book here of secret knowledge. She can see everything. This is like a very vast knowing, And so this is being able to see these endings as new beginnings, as a release, the end of suffering. This isn't about pain, this is about seeing things in a different way, ending. This is a transition. This is the end of suffering. It's completed, whatever that was. If you went through a bad time, well, thank goodness it's over, and this just means a lot of things come to an end. Jobs come to an end, either through your own, like you want to retire, you want to quit, you get fired, laid off, whatever, things come to an end. That's just a part of this process, so something here is coming to an end, but you have a very unique perspective of it. It's not bad, it's good. It's allowing transition and movement into something new, which I like. I like it a lot. Now, what that Ten of Swords, what it's ending, I mean, my goodness, I don't know. But you're going to have clarity over it, and it could be releasing something that allows you into this higher spiritual state, is what I'm feeling. Maybe it's the, if like for example, I could say if you were really caught up with and just obsessed with material possessions, you might find yourself becoming someone who doesn't have, maybe a minimalist, like getting rid of everything and being more spiritual. It could be something crazy like that. So we have Page of Wands coming out. This is a future energy. All right, Two of Cups. Oh boy, that came out of nowhere. And the Empress, Taurus energy. Man, the earth signs are really making themselves known in this set of September readings. My goodness, they're like, we are here, we are here. It's like Horton Hears a Who. Okay. I think you're supposed to pronounce it Dr. Seuss, right? Isn't that weird? We've always said Seuss, but we've always been pronouncing it wrong. Ooh, Ace of Cups. Okay, this might be a new love here. We have the Seven of Wands and a Strength card, Leo. Ooh. Okay, there's something in your future energy. It's different from the other messages, I have to say. Let me bring this down a little bit. This feels like a new relationship could be. We've got the Two of Cups, the Ace. We got the Empress and a Strength card. Woo. All right, so pages. This could be someone, a new person is what I'm feeling. They don't have to be young. This is just new. Okay, this is an opportunity. Something could be coming your way. Now we have Wands, is inspiration, it's passion, and we have Heart's Desire. This could be a new job coming in for some of you, okay? Could be a heart's desire, something you're passionate about. You might be getting messages about that. You know, pages are also opportunity. This is enthusiasm, excitement, because we have the wands. It's Sagittarius and Aries and Leo all combined. So excited, happy energy right here. You know, something new. I'm not sure how that plays out for you. It could be a person, it could be an idea, it could be a renewed passion or something, or maybe even a new passion, some heart's desire that you're wanting to go after. However it resonates with you. And I've been seeing a lot of dragonflies lately, even red ones. They are so pretty. Now, very well could be a relationship coming in, Two of Cups, somebody you wouldn't expect. That's the Two of Cups. Something, somebody different from what you would normally go out with, right? This could be inner balance coming to you. That's also a thing with the Two of Cups. It could be a soulmate coming in for you. Someone that you really, truly love, you know. The only thing that worries me, really, air signs, is this Seven of Wands. You might not feel ready for it, honestly, because the story behind this gentleman here is there's a commotion, and he jumps out of bed. He throws on 2 different sets of shoes because he's just trying to hurry, you know, and you may not feel ready for this, but don't let a good thing pass you by, because we have defensiveness here and we've got it there. This sense of, you might be so, not for the single ones of you out there, because we have a 9 and a 9 here. 9s are kind of single energy for me. You may not be ready. You may not feel like you're ready or want to share your life with someone, is what I'm getting for some of you, not all of you. But you might just be kind of defensive. Not sure. That's what I'm getting here with this energy. But if you are looking for love and you want something, you need to be more open. Sure. I mean, be protective of yourself. Have, you know, your boundaries, things that you're not going to tolerate. That's fine. If you know things that, you know, you're not going to tolerate, that's fine. I say get to know this person first before you say no. Right? You can at least be friends. Nobody's saying you got to marry him. But, you know, give this person, I would say give them a chance. They could at least be a really good friend, right? And so we have the Empress and the Strength card. You know, honestly, it's either they feel like you are very tempting or you're tempted by them, and maybe it scares the heck out of you. You know, there could be that. I kind of feel that here, like it's like, whoa, you know, and that might scare you, the fact that you're so into them. And I would say just take it slow. You don't have to rush it, especially if they are the one that you're meant to be with. You've got tons of time. You know what I'm saying? So you don't have to rush anything. Just get to know each other. Keep a little bit of mystery. That's always good. Don't tell everybody everything the first night. You know, sometimes it's hard to take it slow, but, you know, this is, I feel like you need inner strength with this person, or vice versa, or maybe both, because this is a very seductive energy right here. And then we have this Leo energy again. You know, Leos. They're ooh, you know, I mean, I don't think I've ever dated Leo, but I get the feeling they would be great lovers. You know, like very passionate, right? I don't think I've ever dated one. But we have this, be careful if you're a fertile myrtle. Okay, we got the Empress here, so be careful of that if you're not wanting children. If that's not a message for you, don't take it, don't worry about it. But this is a very creative, productive energy. And it's very luxurious as well. We have that luxury in the 9 of Pentacles, and we got it here too. You know, so, and then we have, you might have to have inner strength though. One of you is probably trying to hold back a little bit, because there's a lot of passion here and a lot of heart's desire. So maybe one or both of you is trying to hold themselves back instead of just jumping all in this. So this is wild right there at the end. So be looking for some hot, passionate love here. No doubt. All right, Philosopher's Stone, powerful manifestation of wishes and goals by harnessing universal energy. There you go. You are the chosen one, Harry Potter. All right, so 77, 77, perseverance, change of perspective. Wow. Reflection, inner strength, wisdom, and enlightenment. Wow. Okay. There's a need for a change of perspective on whatever has taken you over now. And I think that we saw that there. If you want to succeed, you need to keep on going down the road you're on. Reach for the wisdom within. Trust your intuition. And then you'll know what the right next step is. Trust yourself. Yep, because sometimes things need to end in order for something new to come in. Oh. Oh, okay. So this feels like it's work related. This ending here that you see coming might have something to do with a relationship ending and then new stuff coming in later on down the road. It could be that. Ooh, crazy lace agate. I don't know about the crazy part. Crazy lace agate has patterns of lines and circles. Is there someone or something in your life that repeatedly drives you crazy? Do you have unhealthy patterns of behavior that keep you stuck? Crazy lace agate releases the repetitive loop, frees you from frustration. I think this could help and gives you the courage and hope to start again. I am ready for a new cycle to begin. Okay, that was a wild reading. And look, we have so much Leo in this. Don't let pride get in your way. Wow, let me know how this resonates with you. Please leave a comment below, especially when you get to this part here, because dang, that's interesting. How did this manifest with you? Come back to this and let me know with this Leo person or this passionate energy. What is going on with that? Anyway, that's going to be a reading for now. Air signs, please like, share, subscribe, and we will see you next time.